there, YouTube and internet of the great wide world. So, during the last episode, um, we implemented the whole post effects chain here with our bloom effect, and we saw a massive hit to our general frame times. I also kind of like debugged it a bit, and let's see. For instance, did a bit of logging and looked into how the application ran in GPU view. And I started tinkering with the way that the renderer worked because I saw a lot of gaps in the actual GPU working, and we're not really utilizing our GPU. So, for instance, if we open this last process description, let's see, we hide all the processes and open this one and kind of like zoom in several times on this graph here. What it shows is the hardware queue on the graphics card and what's going on in the device context here. And you can see some small gaps here where the GPU is basically not working. We have the present step here, and in between the present and the next process thing here, we actually are waiting, and the GPU is just goes idle. So I refactored a lot of the code, or rather, just some of it, and made a little change to the renderer so that it uses a kind of like, it records like 2 frames and submits these frames to the GPU for processing. And the CPU can kind of like get ahead a bit of the GPU. So it can get more than approximately 1 frame ahead before it has to wait. We have some number of frames in flight, and we can adjust according to that. We are doing double buffering, as it's called, which means that we allow 1 frame to be recorded while another is being processed by the GPU, getting ready for presentation to the screen. We can basically utilize our swap chain and render to the current back buffer while the front buffer is being presented. So yeah, I'm gonna tinker a bit with this because it works as of now. I think this one needs to be changed a bit because yeah, there were some problems, I think, with this one. Let's see, what's the error? Yeah. Yeah, this relates to whenever this gets called. It's like a separate call. So the command list is kind of like open. Yeah. This could potentially be a separate command list too. But yeah, maybe this should be a separate command list. I don't know. At least it doesn't work after the refactor. I'll also move the upload stuff out of this begin frame here, but so the thing is, we have these indices here for our current frame. I would like to test out the things that I played around with during an earlier stream where I kind of like submitted some commands for execution. And this is no wait. Oh, someone subscribed. Welcome to the channel. Can't really. I missed the name. Yeah, I don't have the overlay enabled, so I can't really see it. Let me see just a sec. Ah, James Fox BR. Welcome to the channel. If you're watching, either way, welcome. So what I'd really like here is to implement some kind of like version of this that I can actually use to kind of like see if I can submit something to our GPU. So I want the synchronization point to be whenever we're done with the frame. So this should be something like, well, we should do something like use the current command list, submit it, advance the fins, but don't register it to the control mechanism that resets the command list allocator. So for instance, we could have like 2, 3, 4 command lists for each frame that uses the same command allocator. Imagine threads having a command allocator for each frame in flight. Something like that. So each thread would have 2 command list allocators for each frame in flight, and the command list allocators would be used to allocate maybe up to 4 command lists or whatever for that particular frame in flight, and it could submit these command lists repeatedly, and only once a frame is being presented to the screen or the back buffer, we would know that we can actually reset the command list allocator. Yeah, so let's try implementing something like that. So currently, our command list manager here has a list of command lists. Let's see. We have command lists here. Let's see, define gxe core dx12 num command lists per frame. Let's use this instead. So inside our command list manager here, we want something like not command lists, but gxe core number of frames in flight. Or maybe we want a 2-dimensional array here. Yeah, that's probably a bit easier to understand. Because this will then actually be the number of frames in flight. And we will store the pointers as well. And we will rewrite these. And this will be kind of like mapped to yeah. Let's see. So we have for each let's see, flight less than gxe number of frames in flight plus plus. Let's no ff number of frames in flight, and inside that we will do command index. Okay, we will do like this, and we will create a command list allocator here. Huh? Oh, of course. Yeah, and uh, yeah, we need to reshape this. So this is supposed to be, there we go. And let's see. Okay, we use I instead here, or what? Then it resembles the other stuff. Okay. So we have number of frames in flight for our command list allocators. We have number of frames in flight. Let's see, unsigned int. I don't know. Let's see, number of frames in flight, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then do I need to? So this will execute first, and then let's see if it's set. There we go. I'm pretty sure I'm able to actually reset the com pointer here for the command list, and then let's reset the command list allocator afterwards. let's do that for all of our stuff here. Okay. Also, we shouldn't do this. I really want to rewrite it, but I I hate this singleton pattern. Okay. This is fine for now. Yeah, let's rewrite this. Right now we use this. And this will actually map to a gets a graphics list by current frame index, which is fine. We just want some kind of like algorithm where we, instead of this parameter here, we actually supply it with current command list index. And of course that needs to be instance here. And close command list by index will be instead this one. And then we simply increase this one. List closed. Move on to next. And let's do a assert here. Less than gxe command list per frame. Reset command list by index. How are we actually calling this? Get current. Okay, so this is fine. Let's just add a current list index here. Get command list. I don't think we use this one anymore. But I could be wrong. We do once. Create resource. Is it in here? Yeah. There we go. Okay, so that one is gone. This gets the current command list. And we have started re-implementing these. I think we will be using get graphics list by index because it will be the frame index. Let's just rename that so it makes more sense. Frame index. And let's see here. Okay, so reset command list by index. Close command list is fine because we close one and then ready the next one. But the reset is something that we want to do differently. So let's see, reset command list by index. Let's see, where do we call it? We call it here. Yeah. If we're not waiting for this one, we can reset it. So let's do some kind of like, instead of reset command lists, let's do something like reset frame command lists. Frame index. And let's do something like that instead, because we will then take the command list allocator here and reset it. And then for each of our let's see, GXE command lists per frame here, we will simply reset them to the specified allocator. And let's do I here. So no, let's see, this is not. So we will know how many command lists we actually opened, or rather closed. Because this will be one number higher whenever we close one command list. So it will start out by 0, then we fill in the stuff into the command list, then we call close on it, and this will increment to 1. If we don't use that command list, it will stay 1, and we will only do one iteration here. Otherwise, yeah, it will simply just synchronize accordingly. Close current command lists. I mean, I don't think this needs to be used actually anymore. Close all command lists is kind of like the same. Close all reset commands, reset all commands, blah blah blah. Let's just remove this. And let's do a more robust interface. I don't think we even use these ones. But I'm not sure. So let's see, we have one error. And where is it? Is it? No, it's not only that one. Create basic primitives, blah, blah, blah. Create debug buffers. Is it here? Widget texture. No texture. Is it here somewhere? Material. Ah, reset commands. Yeah. Yeah, we shouldn't do this manually. So what was the close? And let's see. This should be fine, right? And then there we go. Does everything then run? No, not yet. Okay. Ah. Let's see. Oh. So we can actually kind of like we need to reset and okay. So we can't actually create them. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Let's do 1, 0 here. 0. Let's see if that works. No. Okay. Oh, I know why. Let's see. We ended up in that situation because we somewhere here we kind of like get the current one. Let's make this return an unsigned int. Or rather just, maybe we just want some, instead of this, let's see. Did I mess this up somewhere? This is fine. Instance, huh? Huh? Let's see. What's the problem? Did I miss? Oh, of course. That doesn't work. Okay. Let's see. Static inline. The command list pointer get last closed CMD list. Const unsigned int frame index. Let's see, a search. Kind of certain here, apparently. Anyway. So this should only be called after closed. Should only be called after a close, otherwise undefined behavior. Could add a check, but I don't know. Okay, let's implement it then. Let's not do it inline here at least. So we can get that silly search. Instance current list index -1 equal to insert this. There we go. And this should get oh. Okay. So it's in here, I think. Let's just disable this for now. We will definitely get into trouble. Yeah. Oh, we of course I forgot that this should be set to 0. Command list. What's I? I is 1. That's not good. Is this wrong? Is it just... No. Let's see. Hello, how you doing? Oh, of course, this needs to initialize. That's what we kind of like. Uh, kind of like moved out of the function. I totally forgot that. So we create a command list in our current frame index here. And use this value here. I'm happy to hear, man. I'm happy to hear that you're doing good. Is that not what we want? Let's see. Command list. This is a 2D array. Huh? Ah, okay. Okay, buddy. Here we go. What? Didn't we? Didn't we go? Oh, we don't have a pointer to the device. Okay, let's see. Let's store that then. This is fine, but we want to set the instance m device, e device here, m instance, m device. There we go. So this should create the actual interfaces. Okay. Let's see. We have a crash because something is not right. So let's. Oh. So graphics lists. Yeah, we probably don't have a crash here the first time it runs. No, it's fine. We don't have a crash there either. No problem there. Pause upload. Yeah. So I'm thinking, yeah. So in our application here, we actually want this instead. Uh, oh, it's not there. Oh, okay, it's already there. Load. Yeah, so we crash somewhere there. Let's see, where do we go? Yeah, we need to go somewhere here. Step into this one. Oh, we actually had a breakpoint there as well. So inside create resource, blah, blah, blah. Oh. So it's inside here somewhere. And we're definitely down somewhere here. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm suspecting that, let's see. Let's step into this. And let's step into this one. Huh. Let's just try. I don't know why. But anyway, let's just, no, this would increase it. So I'm pretty sure, huh, now that's peculiar. Whoops. Please, baby. I pressed the wrong button. Don't be so hard on me. And graphics list. Let's see. Do I? So frame index is 1, or rather 0. Okay. I'm just gonna print out some stuff here. GXE core print error G error rep with a closed CMD lists. And let's do reset CMD lists, because then I'll know that we actually did it. Okay, so we did both. So one problem is related to our resetting and closing. So let's start out by seeing what we do when we close. This is fine. Frame index, current list index. I think we can actually reset the command list, can't we? I don't know. Okay. Uh, Let me see. Yeah, so this creates one on each. Okay. Let's see. We create another command list on this slot here, and graphics list. We create one here. and that's fine. Okay, so inside reset, let's step into this one. Oh yeah, okay. So our command list here. Oh, let's see, whenever we reset, no? Ha. So, uh, oh yeah. Yeah, so we shouldn't call this, I think. Okay, so maybe we should. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. Okay, so let's break this into more intricate steps. I think we found our errors. So this closes the command list. And then we still want to do this. So whenever this gets called, let's see if we get any errors here. We do, but yeah. What's the error actually? Null pointer. Yeah, it's because we didn't actually open a command list. So whenever this gets called, let's see. I'm pretty sure it gets called before G warning forced upload. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is what is messing up this stuff. Yeah. So in here we close the command list, we execute, we reset the command lists. We want to set this to 0. We want to do this. I plus plus, and then this one. Let's try doing that. Yeah, we still pass. And we're good. Now they're reset. Okay, does everything then run? No, not yet. So let's see. I end up with a crash here. Forced upload, error. We don't need this warning, I think. At least it works so far, so we load the textures, we load the widgets, let's see. So Are we allowed to step out of this function here? Okay, so somewhere in post init. Oh yeah. We have here something. Good. Yeah, so we're still inside the post init, I think. So yeah, this is the crash we have. Let's see, unhandled exception. Frame index 1. Graphics lists 1. Yeah, this doesn't have a... So... Yeah. Yeah, so this executes... Let's see. Let's make a function where we can do something like static inline void reset command list counter, where we simply set the instance current list index to 0. Yeah. A reset current list counter. Let's see if that works. We're kind of like fine. Okay, we end up in that state again. So somewhere else, I think, probably somewhere in the draw call, right? Yeah, let's see, blah, blah, blah. Execute percent. Yeah, okay. So we need some kind of system where we like open a command list. Hello, buddy. How you doing? Let's see, yeah, we clean up whatever our stuff is here. Yeah, I'm not totally sold on the way the post init stuff is set up, but we're able to like open a command list, or rather reset a command list to single calls to one command list here. So this simply, if we call close on the command list and increase the iterator, we're allowed to reset it because it's closed, and we can reset the command list allocator. So the problem is when we kind of like create a new command list and don't close it. So I'd imagine that during the start of our frame here, thank you, buddy. Thanks for all your support. We do a reset here. And we kind of like open. Let's see. So when this call get close, we increase the iterator, close the current command list, and right now this will, if it gets called immediately after, it will work. So we can start recording our stuff. That's why we don't crash until we reach this point here. Execute resend. Oh, is that it? So let's see. Get last closed. Is that better? And we don't crash, it seems. And we're back. Great stuff. And we don't need those warnings anymore. Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Asserts. Yeah, we don't need this. Yeah. Okay. So we're back. So the way that things go is that we would like the some kind of like function here where we where we do something like close last, open new command list. That's a bad name for a method. Uh, uh, um, so this should be mapping. So if we close, right now we don't use this like in, so for one, oh yeah, okay, we need the frame index here. So we need the frame index. Okay, so we will mirror the close part. And if we call this function here, we have to end the frame by calling this anyway, which we do. So this will increase, and we will increase our iterator in this for loop here. So that's what we kind of do here. On the end of the frame, we just close the last current command list, and we get the last closed one and submit it. So we will do something like close open, open new command list. Let's see. So we basically need something like create a command list, m instance, m device, create a command list. On the allocator for the current frame, and we want to store it in the array here with whatever, what do you call it, index it's supposed to have. And of course this needs to be on the, I really hate these stupid singleton patterns. They're so hard to work with. Screw singletons. I mean, m instance, m instance, m instance. That's just unreadable. Okay. And we of course want to query for the interface of that command list. And let's see, there we go. And let's add that stupid m instance to everything. There we go. It's everywhere. It's freaking everywhere. And this function here should open a new command list And whenever we call close at the end of the frame, it should work. So let's implement a method where we can test all this. Let's see, it's not really something that we want. Let's do test command list stuff. And this should do nothing. It should just run without crashing. That's what we want to do. Let's see. DX12 command list manager. It will only submit half of our pipeline, so we might crash anyway. Uh, uh, yeah, 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 no descriptor heap, blah, blah, blah. But at least we were able to kind of like, I think, yeah, you can see we even reached the execute command lists, and uh, so at least we're not in trouble on that part. Let's see if we do this and this. Are we allowed to do that? Okay, not entirely. Yeah, right now we aren't submitting more than one command list. So that might be our problem here. Yeah. Okay. The last thing we need to do is to implement a execute command list. Okay, let's just try doing this in the same last call here. So before we do this, we submit the old command list. Huh. Oh yeah. We need to do this first. Yeah, so we're down to this access violation stuff here. So we're at 2. What's I? 1. Frame index. When do we actually crash? So it's not here, right? It is. Or what? Oh, maybe we need to actually at the breakpoint here. Yeah, that's fine. Blah, 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 blah. We even get an execute present. So yeah, we're actually crashing during some kind of frame here. So that's great. It at least shows us that some part of this thing here actually works. But axis, okay, something is 0. For frame index 1, oh, do we need to, no? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Actually, the current list index also needs to be for the specific frame. We can't use one counter. We need 2 counters. How silly of me. Okay. There we go. And we will do constant sign int frame index. Let's just do like that. Okay. Are we there yet? No, not yet. Uh, okay, let's see. So how far did we get? Okay. So let's see, what do we end up with? Huh? Shouldn't it be reset? Maybe I don't. Huh? There we go. So. What? Oh my god. Let's do something like... Man, what am I trying to do here? I'm trying to transition these resources. I close them, I execute them. Reset the command list counter so it's closed up for execution. This one gets closed. We increase the frame index, we reset the thingy, we flush. Yeah, so let's disable this stuff right now and see if we're running. No, we're not running. We're not running. Why are we not running? Okay, we're already getting massive errors right there. Okay. So, yeah, it can't know how to reset. Maybe we don't want to do this. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. So we're back up and running. Whoops. Let's see. Okay, we do have some errors, but at least we were running. uh, yeah. So how do we? Okay. So the third time. Maybe we do want to update the fence. Last frame fence value for this one. Maybe we want this. No, it doesn't help. So huh. Mm. Yeah, okay, maybe I need to. Or what? No? Oh, no. No, no. No worries. I thought I found the error, but I didn't. Yeah. Well, this shouldn't happen, right? Because create reset. Okay, so if I simply disable this, we can keep on running. So the implementation is kind of like back in the old state. Um, but there's something wrong with this part of the loop here. Maybe I don't need this, but let's see if we have crashes if I don't know. So we simply close the graphics list. We submit it. I wonder how we end up in a state where I guess let me just try running this. It's fine. Okay, so first time is fine. Second time is fine. Okay, third time. Whenever we do prepare frame. So let's try stepping into it the third time. Okay, so first one time, second time, fine. We're back to the original frame index then. Okay, let's step into this function here. Let's step into here. We don't need to. And let's step into here. Frame index. We're at 2. So right now there are 2 in here. The allocator gets reset. Okay. And we're at frame index 1. We reset that one. Oh! Okay. Yeah, it's like opening. It's like opening several lists. It's what I actually ended up having trouble with up here. So we only want to do this once, I guess. We want to open the first command list. Okay, so that's the problem. Happy to have figured that one out. There we go. So let's say we run through the frame once, twice. Let's see, we didn't get an error this time. We execute %. Okay, it seems like we're running. Yeah, but it doesn't really affect our frame rate. But let's see. Do we actually? Let's see. We don't stall or wait on it. We just submit it. Let me see. Let's try open the file location here and let's see. Let's run the application and let's get a log of it. Let's see. So let's open GPU viewer here and let's see. And let's zoom in on this stuff here. We can see. Did we close the gap a bit? Did we? Maybe we did. I'm unsure. I'm unsure. Didn't we? Maybe we did. I don't know. Did we? It seems like there's a smaller gap, right? And you can see more stacking, I guess. For some reason it keeps on, oh. Oh, it has a lot of stuff to dump in the that's why. let's just disable it for now. We're not really bothering anyway. Releasing our object. So great stuff. Seems like our application has some kind of, doesn't it? Well, okay, we end up calling it anyway. I don't know why. Do we actually? I don't know where that call comes from. I don't know where it comes from. Maybe some kind of destructor somewhere. I don't know. Anyway. So we're definitely submitting stuff. Let's see, can I do this? Set buffers. Do we even need that? We probably do, but... Oh, I didn't change anything. Yeah. This didn't seem to actually increase our frame rate, but let's log it. We logged it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's not much difference, right? We definitely do more submissions, but I don't know. Maybe we are getting smaller spaces between these submissions. At least now we know that we can do it and we can figure out the scheduling itself. Oh, maybe it's actually working on this. I don't know. Maybe I would see an increased frame rate if I weren't running all of this stuff here. Video encoding and stuff like that. So I'll definitely play around with it off stream, but yeah. At least we can see that we're allowed to kind of like package different calls. Yeah, it might affect frame rate a bit. Maybe. Yeah, I should definitely play around with the execution stuff here. Let's see, so if I monitored fins, monitored fins. Is this, oh, this is the packets or what? Percent, yeah, okay. So this is a fairly small package. This is a fairly large one, it seems. No, this is the large one. And this is fairly short. Okay, let me see. How's the GPU utilization? I can't figure out if it's because of this streaming software. But it seems to be running maybe at a bit higher level. Anyway, it seems like, aren't we waiting less in general? Whoops. I'm unsure whether we're actually waiting longer or the same. But we do have a memory leak. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're not having a memory leak if I'm not using this stuff here, I think. I'm pretty sure we shouldn't be, at least. Yeah. So it's related to the what do you call it? Yeah, we're definitely seeing more frame rate fluctuations. So yeah, I think we got a bigger frame rate out of it. But yeah, the command list allocator seems to be growing over and over, which is probably related to a bad reset somewhere. Let's see. Let me just look up the execute commands. Well, this one is gone, right? So when we call graphics command list reset. Okay. Yeah, so we have some kind of like problem related to that. Why does the allocator keep on growing? Maybe you don't want several lists. Maybe you don't want several lists, and maybe because the list can be deleted after execute anyway, so maybe this system is just kind of like nonsensical. Yeah, maybe it's nonsensical. So whenever we reset a command list, instead of doing this, instead of doing this, so we can still close and we can execute. And we can close, execute, close. That's fine. They start out in a closed state. Whenever we enter the frame, if we're allowed to, we reset the... Yeah, maybe we don't need this. Okay, let's try refactoring that. Or wait a minute. No, it just seems like we're creating command lists unnecessarily, but and applying them to the allocator, but not really doing anything with it. So okay, let's try swapping that then. I mean, is that better? Let's get back to, we don't need this right now, I think. Let's try building this. Yeah, we won't be needing this anymore since we're not creating command lists. Let's comment this out and let's provide a modified version. Right, and this should only be called, well, it shouldn't be called actually, because we aren't doing that. Static void reset frame command allocator. Okay. Close command list by index. Let's see. Okay. No. Yeah, we Gucci. Okay, so if I enable this, I don't get a memory leak anymore, but we're basically doing some of the same stuff here. Definitely no memory leak anymore. Yeah, and let's see, how does the logging compare? Probably not any different, but let's just check anyway. We definitely have a smoother experience in terms of not having a simultaneous memory leak. Uh, yeah, we're still stacking. Let's see, is this the packets? So that's the one executing. So it seems like we're kind of like, here we submit and execute, submit another, submit another. And they're kind of like overlapping. Yeah, it got distracted. Or what do you call it? So it executes something, then and then it queues this one, and it's a fairly long time about executing. And then I think the gap between the let's see, can I measure it? Yeah, so this is the measure. Let's see, let's try noting that down. So We have one, seems like, is that the approximate distance between maybe 1100. Close to it. Yeah, somewhere around there. I don't know what those large gaps are. Maybe the OS doing something. But it seems like that's the kind of like average here. Let's try disabling this and this one and just run it without. This one seems a tiny bit longer. This doesn't compare, I think. 1400, 1100 something. Nah, doesn't really seem to be affecting anything. Maybe a bit. It's not precise measurements, but hmm. Yeah, maybe because the rendering itself is not running on a separate thread, it can't kind of like keep the GPU fed because is it doing something else? Is it doing that every single time? I wonder if the swap chain is actually set up to use buffer count. Whenever we create the buffer, does it, or rather initialize the whole renderer? Yeah, we actually create. Can I just swap this to triple buffering by? Did I really write good enough code for that? I'm not sure. Nah. We definitely didn't. There's some problem somewhere. Create the buffers, buffer count. Somewhere there's a problem. So it definitely didn't. It did compile, but it doesn't really. Whenever we call present. Uh, yeah, we can't do that, it seems. There's some problem somewhere that I would need to fix. Do I even get to this point here? I do. But this one can't do anything, it seems. Let's see. And we're just hanging there. So let's step into this. Oh, it keeps on. Oh, it's because the initialization of this is. Yeah, we do have a problem. Whoops. Okay. Yeah. Uh, and in our post init. Let's do for unsigned less than -1 I plus plus I equals 1 plus I. Whoops. There we go. No? Oh, yeah, okay, I know why. It's because when I refactored the whole stuff, I didn't set up for triple command, what do you call it? Triple, triple triple not command buffers, constant buffering. Yeah, because you wouldn't need one per frame in flight if the CPU is going to write to it. Otherwise, you would get cache wipes on the GPU. So anyway, yeah, so we can't do that. Current commands. Close all lists before rendering. Flush the queue. Transition resources into their state. Okay. Anyway, at least we're allowed to do several command list recordings and submit them. Maybe I should leave this one for testing whenever I end the stream. And I'm gonna end the stream very soon. Okay, let's see, remove this method here because we won't be using it. Let's see, execute commands. And where did I put it? Where did I put it? Oh, it's up here. Okay, we're good. Execute commands. Okay. So basically this refactor is done. The real performance killer is that we are currently doing stuff like this. Render post effects bloom passes, and we're doing it in full resolution. I think we should implement some downscaling on the primary rendering output. So whenever we do, for instance, emission rendering here, like this, whenever we render this to the texture, we should simply downscale the texture, downsample it, and we will reduce the amount of pixels that needs to be spent, or rather processed in the bloom passes by a factor of 4 because we have the width and we have the height. 2 times 2 is 4. So we could even downsample to a even smaller texture, and that would also kind of like affect the width of our bloom effect. And since we would upscale it again, it would be even more blurry, depending on our sampling method, of course. But so that would probably even be great for an effect like bloom. So yeah, so that's definitely something that um, I'd implement in the next episode of the stream. So yeah. But yeah, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks to everyone who tuned in during the stream and interacted. It's always a pleasure. Feel free to support the channel by commenting, liking, or subscribing. Uh, Also, let me know if you want me to do some particular tutorial on any specific subject as a celebration when we hit 500 subscribers. If you found any of this content helpful or entertaining or inspirational, feel free to consider supporting the channel. Okay, please take care, everyone, and hopefully I'll be seeing you around.